What's up, YouTube? Around this time of year, I get a sense of relief. I get a sense of relief knowing that I don't have to train for 2 hours every day. I used to run cross country until I graduated, and my last season was 2 years ago. And since then, every fall, I'm like, I should be training, but then I realized, wait, I don't have to do that shit. Now, don't get me wrong, cross country was fun. I'm happy I did it. It was a blast. They do this thing called a banquet, I think in November, at the end of the season. And at this cross country banquet, it's at this very fancy golf course, country club. And, they present awards. They, give speeches. It's a ceremony. And the team captains for the boys and the girls, they'll do their speeches, and then they'll nominate, certain runners that stood out to them. And one award in particular I want to talk about is called Freshman of the Year. Now, 2022. This was 3 fucking years ago. The team captains at the time were Carmine, Brody, and I think Colin. For this freshman, they awarded Zach. I liked Zach. And Zach, if you're watching this, I apologize for the way that I acted towards you. I think I should have probably not done that. But, I know you forgive me since you called me cartoon character like 80 times. You said you look like a cartoon character. You look like an actual sketch. That's fine. Now we're even, okay? They're talking about what they should give him, right? And, Carmine's saying, listen, we can give him whatever, but we are not doing what Rowan did. Now, a little flashback. Rowan, Davis, and Andrew were the previous seniors. For their best freshman, they elected Marshall. They gave him a box, a cardboard box, right? And in that box was condoms, lube, and handcuffs. Condoms, lube, and handcuffs for a freshman. They purchased that shit and gave it to a 14-year-old boy. Now, fast forward back to the 2022 season. Carmine, I appreciate you trying to do better, but you're not. Carmine! There's a hill called Suicide. The reason why it's called Suicide, because when you're running it, you just want to kill yourself. It fucking sucks. But there's a cliff on this hill, right? You got to be careful running on Suicide because it's very dangerous. Carmine busted off of that cliff. Carmine ejaculated off of that cliff. He spewed goo. He released glue. He took his bottle of Elmer's glue and he squirted it off the fucking cliff. He fucking busted. He nutted. He released. He ejaculated off of a fucking cross-country cliff. He did that. Now, listen. I'm no better. I won't say the things that I've done. I know I'm no better. But that's fucking weird. Why would you do that off of a cliff? Now, Colin said this happened. And he claims that he saw the remnants of the mess that he made on the cliff. Now, that sounds bullshit. That makes the whole story sound bullshit. I don't know if it's true. Colin said Carmine did it. Carmine admitted to doing it. Carmine, you fucking case. You busted off of a cliff and you're talking about, let's not give Zach fucking lube, condoms, and freaking handcuffs. What the fuck are we thinking? What the fuck are we thinking? What the fuck are we thinking? Who the fuck gives a fucking freshman condoms, lube, and handcuffs at a fucking cross-country ceremony? And who busts, who nuts off of a cliff? Yo. Anyways, guys, I hate to put you guys on blast. I hate to dox you guys. I won't say your last names. There's a lot of Carmines out there. There's a lot of Rowans out there. There's a lot of Zachs out there. But yeah.